Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So in this video we're going to have a quick look at the Sandbox. So the Sandbox pretty much for all of 2019 has been one of the most anticipated blockchain projects. It is kind of complicated, as we can kind of see here. It is a Minecraft, effectively a Minecraft or a Roblox on the blockchain. So you have this idea of a kind of user-generated environment, and you have this idea of kind of people creating their own kind of sandboxes, and then people kind of sharing that, and people kind of playing with each other on the blockchain. So they have this idea that if you're creating something, you can sell it. Obviously, Roblox has been pretty successful about doing that without the blockchain. So it's not like we need the blockchain, but this is kind of seems to make sense that you would want to do this kind of stuff on the blockchain for not just financial reasons. But anyhow, so the Sandbox, still don't know exactly when it's going live. Be 2020, I would imagine, and may go live in different stages because there's a lot of different moving parts. But this is, they've just brought out, this is their dashboard. So this is kind of how we will interact with the Sandbox when it goes live. As far as I understand, this is not connected to the blockchain at the moment. So this is a kind of centralized server. We often see this with blockchain project where they kind of launch a centralized server first and make sure just it works in terms of the UX and that sort of stuff, and then they kind of slowly roll it out to be decentralized. But baby steps. So here we can look at the, we can see a whole bunch of stuff here. So this is like the home, and there's this kind of web, effectively the website running in here. So we can go to shop. So this is where clever people have made these assets. So there is actually, so if you go to create, we can download this Vox Edit, and it is a voxel editor program that if you know what you're doing, I have played around with it a little bit, and yeah. I'm not going to be making any money selling things in the Sandbox, but people who do know about 3D art, and it's not, if you want to spend time doing it, it's not too bad. It is you creating little using little blocks and creating things and then colouring them. So it's if you throw the time at it, I'm sure you can make some interesting stuff. But that's not my gig. But we can see this kind of thing that people have created. So I'm sure many of these are people who are kind of 3D artists, professionally or kind of prosumery. So you see here's a golem this person's created, and it's a legendary one, and can't buy at the moment because we're not on the blockchain. But gives you sort of an idea about how this is going to work, and you kind of think, the interesting thing will be how these things combine together. If I buy a missile turret and it hits a golem, what happens? I don't know. I guess this is kind of the clever stuff in the background. This is a machine and a weapon, and then these obviously then can have an impact in the world, and I guess it'd be physics and all that sort of stuff. But that's that. Obviously for play, so we can't play at the moment, but we get an idea. Exciting universes filled with gameplay, and if you know what you're doing, you can. Well, that's the alpha, I think, is for the creation side of things. And just very quickly, kind of other stuff to mention. So there is this land, so there will be a land pre-sale. So we've got 45 days. So we're now, I guess, mid-October. So we're kind of saying start of December looks like that, and land is going to have 166,464 lands. I wonder if that's only going to be the limit. That'd be interesting. Anyway, so what can we do with the land? We can, you can see a land in there. We can host events and charge people. I guess we can stake sand to customize assets. And what that is, we can vote in the governance system. Well, every blockchain project has some sort of governance, some sort of DAO going on. Play games, monetize stuff. So the land, obviously stuff like Decentraland, another big kind of user-generated kind of content world, which is kind of going live fairly soon, we think. Has a similar sort of idea where you have land, and lots of blockchain games now have this idea of permanent land structures where you can do more complicated kind of features. So there's pre-sale, and also there's Sand. So Sand is the ERC20 token. So that's a cryptocurrency running on the Ethereum blockchain, and this is what will be used through the Sandbox in terms of the marketplace and to buy assets in the shop and then land. So they're going to be selling this, a bit like an ICO, although probably can't do ICOs anymore, so quite be interesting to see how they're going to do this. Probably some sort of I don't know what they call it now, IEOs if you're on an exchange, or different ways of doing it. Depends if it's seen as a security token, I suppose. But there we go. So you can sign up for the Sandbox now. It's just on a web URL, and then you sign in. You need a wallet to do that, so I've just signed in with my MetaMask. If you haven't got MetaMask, there's a simpler way of doing it using the Bitski wallet. It's just a bit easier to use instead of kind of handling your own private keys. If you don't know what that is. And obviously the Sandbox, the whole point of it is it wants to attract not the few thousand people who are currently playing blockchain games. It wants to attract the hundreds of thousands of people who might be interested in kind of creating this sort of stuff. So we'll see how they go. It's an ambitious project, looking pretty good so far, and certainly one to keep your eyes out for. But thanks for watching the video. If you have any comments, please put them in the comments box. Be interested to see what you think about the Sandbox. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, where we just play blockchain games and try and make sense of it all. But thanks for watching this one, and hope to see you again soon.